Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see your founder at least twice a day. Guys say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase with Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15, like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more and see me shoot a flamethrower. And lastly, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Kia noting that government regulation is the cause of the death of glorious gas cars. That was brought to us thanks to Motor1.com, specifically Adrian, who's right over there. And they say, quote, Kia blames regulation for the death of gas performance vehicles. Ugh, and future Kia performance vehicles will be, their GTs are going to be electric, which will be great for all 16 prospective people who want to buy that. And here you can see one of the last engines, not glorious, but fairly admirable for a budget performance vehicle. Now, Adrian says, quote, we recently mourned the loss of fun gas-powered cars in Europe due to the totalitarian evil government. Oh wait, I misread that. He said, tightening emissions regulations. But the situation is actually worse. The gradual demise of the performance vehicles with combustion engines is happening worldwide. Globalist. Kia is the latest automaker to announce that its future sports cars will be purely electric, meet stricter regulation. And here you can see one of the previous fun old Kia Stinger GTs, which, not too bad for bang for buck. Big old engine, got 4 doors to the family. Sure, it's not a Chevy SS with a stick shift and a glorious American V8, but still pretty cool. Now they say, quote, Kia's Australia's product chief, Rolando Rivero, told carsales.com that automakers have no choice but to, quote, satisfy the global situation and CO2 regulations are tightening around the globe. AKA globalists taking over and want to control everything in our life. That's what I would say. Now, he continues saying that, quote, if there's a silver lining in all of this, is that the GT badge will live on more electric vehicles. The new EV4 is a prime candidate to receive the electric GT treatment. Rivero remains optimistic about catering to enthusiasts. Even in an increasingly electrified era, he believes, quote, there's no reason why an electrified product can't give you it's not supposed to be a joke. He's claiming that there's, quote, no reason why an electrified product can't give you a similar experience to the internal combustion engine of vehicles, albeit some computer tech and whatnot, unquote. They absolutely cannot give you that. It will not be a comparable experience. It'll be woefully depressing and pathetic, kind of like the new Dodge Charger EV, which again has 18 people who bought it and they love it. However, everyone else just wants a good old V8 stick shift and American muscle. Though in that case, they're made in Canada. Now, he continues saying that, quote, still yet another car like the Stinger GT with its V6 engine isn't going to happen. The GT badge is already appearing in electrified vehicles, such as the EV GT. Meanwhile, the smart EV6 GT recently received an update that includes simulated gear shifts and engine sounds. You could tease what you could have if you didn't have totalitarian governments cracking down on emissions. Well, at least emissions for you and I. Of course, India and China can pollute like there's no tomorrow, but no, we have to drive disposable junk vehicles. Now, they say that Hyundai's N division may have axed the i20N and i30N hot hatches, the Kona N crossover, and quirky Veloster N, but it's not ready to abandon the internal combustion just yet. The company still sells the Elantra N and has pledged to launch a next generation model with a bigger engine, which, as far as I know, I believe that is this last Kia that's a fun car with a stick shift, which is pretty rare these days. There's only actually less than 30 new vehicles you get in the United States with the stick shift option. Obviously, stick shift should be default for every vehicle, but I'm not president yet. I'm only kidding. But he says, quote, the company still sells the Elantra N and has pledged next generation will be ICE. They noted that hybrid powertrains are also becoming more popular and will help keep fun cars alive under the N badge. Addressing the elephant in the room, any hybrid or EV with performance shafts will come with a weighty penalty. Yeah, those ginormous batteries as well. This is especially true for the fully electric performance cars, but that's a compromise because automakers seem willing to accept. Hyundai and Kia appear to be leaning into SUVs for now, which only exacerbates the situation. But that's the reality of 2025. Consumers want SUVs and governments want to reduce their emissions. To satisfy both demands and stay in business, car companies are producing more electric SUVs. Yeah, let's see how those sell. Especially after the government in the United States removes those juicy tax incentives like the $7,500 tax refund if you buy a disposable EV vehicle. So kind of sad that Kia's going to lean into or bend over to the governments and acquiesce and make vehicles that are disposable, boring, and of course, no independent mechanic or third parties to realistically work on. So definitely some sad news to the automotive community. And let's just say I'm never going to be buying one of these. But let me know, do you think it'll ever be a performance EV? I mean, also you can't take them to a track or realistically charge them in between track sessions. But they say it's going to be a sporty vehicle and they're going to try to push in the track. But let me know in the comments because, as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.